It's Transformers 96 here, another review. This time we have the Transformers Age of Extinction Crosshairs figure, so yeah. Alright, going over the box, you get some nice, a nice picture of the Corvette, Transformers logo, the name. On the top left corner, you've got a great picture of Crosshairs. Love that they're doing this with the new packaging. It's so great to see awesome pictures of the characters, as well as it makes sorting through them on the shelves so much easier. Get a nice picture of them on there. The only thing that I don't like about those pictures are that they seem to be the exact same pictures that the one-step changers use, and the boxes are almost identical in shape, so you can't like tell if you're looking at a regular figure or a one-step changer, which is annoying, but that's not a big deal. You get the picture of the Corvette mode and the actual figure, the robot mode. There we go. And there's the others in the assortment. Haven't picked up Bumblebee yet. I plan to though. I kind of, I've got so many Bumblebees that I'm kind of hesitant to pay full retail. So I'm just waiting for some type of sale, maybe a small coupon, just some way that I can justify buying another Bumblebee for a little bit discounted price. So yeah. So here's Crosshairs. Of course, this is one of the main new Autobots from the movie. Of course, we've got Optimus Prime and Bumblebee returning, and then we get Crosshairs, Hound, and Drift as the main Autobot heroes, and of course the Dinobots, but for the core team, that's who's on it. So yeah. So he is the new Corvette, which I absolutely love. I love the car, not just the toy, but I actually love the new Corvette car. It looks so fantastic, so it's actually pretty neat to get him, to get a Transformer version of it. Obviously he's green. It's a pretty bright green. From what I can tell, it seems to be fairly similar to the movie. The movie seems to not be so bright. It seems to be like a lighter green, but that's not a big deal at all, and totally looks fine like this. So yeah, you do get the Corvette symbol up front, which I really like. Sometimes they don't have the license to use the car emblem, so they just have to put some random thing there, or they just leave it blank. So it is nice to see that they actually have the Corvette symbol there. Really good. The Corvette, the actual car, it has these things at the very bottom that kind of stick out, and they kind of represent that with it, kind of coming out a little bit more over here, but they haven't done it perfectly. I would have liked to see that a little bit better, because it's a small thing. I'll just hold on a second. Sorry about that, just got a call, I had to take it for a second. But moving on, as you can see, the wheels are nice. You get some nice silver in there. It really looks quite realistic, which is nice. They didn't just kind of, do most of it in black or something like that. They actually made it look good. You've got the Autobot symbol, which looks nice there. Not indented or anything, just painted on, but painted on very well. You got the rest of the car. On this side, you get these kind of tattoos, if you will, kind of markings. Pretty neat. I think that it does look quite good and pretty nice. Like, cause on this side, it's just it's so plain, because this black bar right here shouldn't be black. It should be green. The reason that it's like that is because it's a rubber piece, which you'll see when it is in robot mode. And I think that it's just hard for Hasbro to paint rubber or something. I don't know. Maybe they just can't do it. So yeah. On this side, it doesn't look too bad though, because it kind of blends in with the tattoos, so it really doesn't matter. But the kind of like spoiler on the back looks really nice. Love the back of these Corvettes, and this one is sculpted really nicely. Definitely representing how it actually looks. On the back, you do get the Corvette logo again with the actual writing of Corvette. I would love to just take some paint and just paint on top of the Corvette logo, as well as the writing, same thing on the front, just to make them pop a little bit. That would be so nice. And really love the lights. They're sculpted really nicely. They look very much how they do in real life. Just wish that they would have put some silver on them or something, just to make them, stand out a bit. It's kind of hard to see like this, but overall very good. On the bottom, it is completely a robot. You even see his face clear as day right there. But like looking into the windows doesn't look bad at all. You really don't see much, so I do like that a lot. So yeah, so now let's transform them. Alright, so to start off transformation, you're gonna pop these doors out. There you go, just right here. Now this is something that I definitely want to talk about, and it's definitely been the hardest part about these figures, about this figure, is that plugging this in. You've got one peg right here that goes up top, and then you've got this little peg right here that kind of extends off of the door, and it's supposed to go in this little slot right here. It is so annoying trying to push that in because this will keep bending in, and it's going to be really, because this is like kind of a softer plastic, or at least it's not on anything very stiff, so that when you push it, it does tilt, so it's very hard to plug it in. And then just one, I think, yeah, it was this side, just could not get in there. I had to take a knife and just you know, kind of start cutting it just a bit to shave it down a little bit to be able to fit in. It was so annoying, definitely very frustrating, especially since once you do that, you have to get this plugged in up here, and then you have to get this over this little notch right there. So it's just quite annoying. You can do it though, it's not the end of the world, but it is definitely something that's not very fun. You want to do the same thing on the other side. Very hard to plug it in yet once again, but I was able to do it without shaving this peg down or anything like that, so yeah. Then this back area, you're just going to kind of want to raise up and just put like on his back. And then, you know, you can really see a lot of the figure now. And yeah, there's really not too much to do, which is kind of cool. You take this area and just kind of rotate it up. I don't, yeah, it doesn't peg in anywhere, but it's just like right here. You just kind of, you know, just kind of move it up. It's kind of on a small ratchet, so that's why, you know, it kind of may feel like it's unpegging, but it's really not pegged into anything. Over here, you want to, let's see if you can raise these up first. Yeah, let's take the feet down. So what you're gonna do is just take the black kind of like lip up here, and then just kind of pull it forward. That'll detach it. Same thing on this side. Detach it. This you want to split, just like that, and just like that. Hope you can see this all. I noticed in my scoring review when I was transforming it, I had the figure kind of out of the view sometimes. So yeah, now with the feet, what you're going to do is just rotate it, move the foot down, and just rotate the heel out, or just move the heel out. Same thing on this side. Very easy, just like that. And then this, you know, you just kind of want to put it up here. I mean, you can just leave it like this. I don't like that very much. I kind of want to leave it up here. Normally, this thing would bother me a lot, but I'll explain why it really doesn't bother me. You're going to want to flip out these rubber pieces. Same thing on this side. And as you can see, you do have these little clips. Let's get some light on it. Here we go. You do have these little clips right here, and as you can see, like there's a hole right there. You just want to push that into there. I'm not going to do it right now just because I really don't like them in there. I think it looks good. It hinders articulation. It just makes me feel like I'm going to break them all the time, so I'm not going to put them in right now. I like just to kind of leave them up here, like just kind of make it look like they're coming like almost out of his armpits. I just think that it still looks nice, but at the same time it doesn't, you're not risking breaking them, even though they're just rubber. So yeah, and then there you basically have Crosshairs in his robot mode. Quite nice, as you can see. Alright, so as you can see, here he is. Let's just go over the face sculpt really quick. Close up. Nice. I really do like the sculpting on this guy. The face sculpt is really sculpted quite well. The only thing I don't like about it is it's a bright silver, which looks nice, and then there's green and black, so some good colors. Just it's like sections of them. You got black on the top, the middle has some green, and then the bottom has silver. If they like kind of mixed them together and had some silver bits, but still had some green bits, and same thing up here, maybe a couple silver parts up here, and then with on these like dials like silver parts, you know, that would have been nice. But since it's just it's so blocky with the colors don't fuse really well. I mean, you've just got sections where it's green and sections where it's black, and not green with some black, you know, or silver highlights in the gears and stuff. So that's why he kind of gives off a very simple look when he really shouldn't, because sculpting wise and the paint colors themselves are actually really nice on this guy. It's just they're not blended well. You know, there should really be some more design in the colors, and you know, they should use some silver to outline some pieces in like robot mode. That would have been really nice, and black, but instead they don't. It's not the biggest complaint in the world, but it definitely gives him a very simplistic look. You know, that was one thing. I was really expecting this guy to be quite simple. I was expecting this entire series to be quite simple, and to my surprise, they're actually just as good as the Dark of the Moon figures. It's just what I think I've come to the conclusion is that it's the paint that kind of gives them a very simple look. They don't look intricate because the paint is very blocky and it's just in sections. I'm might be something else that I'm missing, which is why I think that they look a little bit more simple. But from what I can tell, that's the reason that they kind of have a little bit cheaper look, even though they're actually really not any different as far as the actual toy. They're excellent toys, to matter of fact. So yeah. So that is kind of interesting. Transformation is really good on this guy. It's fun, it's easy, except for when it comes to plugging in those doors. You know, robot car to robot isn't a problem at all, but robot to car can be difficult at the end there when you're plugging in those cars, those doors. I really just love the design of the character, how he has like almost like a skirt type of thing or like a cape. I think that it's really neat, a really interesting way to do it, and I like that the portion of the car that they decided to use for this toy looks kind of like it's flowing, which looks really cool, because from what I've seen in the movie, this car door just kind of like flows like it's like cloth, which, you know, when I first saw it, I didn't think that looked good at all because it's not realistic, but after seeing the newest trailer, it might look like the material that they're made out of is kind of like bendable and flexible. So yeah, so that would explain it if that's true. So I really do like that these are rubber. When they are plugged in, I mean, you could still get all the motion, just it looks like you're straining the rubber, and I would really hate for it to tear. So that's why I'm just more comfortable just kind of leaving it like this. Maybe if I was not going to do anything with it for a long time, I would just plug it in to put on the shelf, but since I am going to be posing this guy coming up for sure, that I'm just not comfortable doing that, so I'm not going to do it. Overall, he has a really nice look. He does have some car parts on his back. As you can see, this is the biggest thing. This would normally really frustrate me and whatnot. It doesn't though, because he's kind of got these like cape things hanging down. It just looks like that's adding to it, so I really don't mind it at all. The heel that pops out is really nice for posability, or sorry, for just to have him standing, because he can be a little awkward sometimes with these big parts flaring off of him, but he does, he stabilizes really nice and he stands up. When you get him out of the package, this will be up, so just put that down. I believe you'll have to rotate these wheels. These won't be plugged in. These will actually be kind of folded to the back, I believe. And then the heels won't be flipped out, just so you know. Because I remember when I got him out of package, I was like, well, he doesn't look quite done, but I didn't quite know what were all the things that needed to be done. So just so you know, overall, he looks really cool, though. Really do like this robot mode. Like I said, other than the fact that the paint isn't very intricate, I do like the colors a lot. They're not blended well, in my opinion. So let's go over the accessories and some size comparison. So he comes with 3 different guns. Here I have him in a very small pose that we've basically been seeing him in every single trailer, and that's where he's, you know, got the attached to some parachutes, and he's, you know, kind of drifting and shooting the drone ships with double wielding guns. So yeah, as you can see, this one gun that he comes with is really nice. It's pretty long, and it does look really cool. I really like the design of this gun. He holds it very well, and it looks really nice. These guns, on the other hand, they look really good like this. This is how I like to display him, but they are separated. I wish that they plugged into each other, but they don't. They are separated. I wish that the handles were longer. I mean, they're so small. It feels like that he won't be able to hold them very well, especially if a kid's playing with him. He won't be able to hold them very well, which is a shame. The small guns, they do look good though, and they look really nice in his hand. The only thing that I really don't like about the robot mode, as far as the look of it, is that the arm has this big panel. I wish that this would fold back or something, or just kind of be able to push back. I understand that would kind of be a little bit more money for them to do, but I think it would have been worth it, because it kind of does look annoying with that with this big thing here. But overall, he does look really cool. So now let's go on to some comparisons. Here he is with Sideswipe, the other Corvette. As you can see, pretty good. I've got him with some bent knees, so he's a bit shorter. The Sideswipe is from a Revenge of the Fallen toy line, while this guy is obviously Age of Extinction. He is much shorter. Is that so much, though, because this series is so much less than our last series? Not really. As we know, the Dark of the Moon toy line was a bit smaller, so this is more in scale with the Dark of the Moon toy line. So yeah, so here he is with the Dark of the Moon figure. Like I said, you know, he's definitely more in scale with the Dark of the Moon character. They're about the same size here. I think that these two are very similar in look, and it kind of messes me up. I keep wanting to call this guy Roadbuster when I see him. I think that they're very similar. They both have the type of like goggles or glasses, and they have some big bulky kind of rectangles on their shoulders, and they've just got the same type of color scheme as well. I mix them up a lot. And then just really quick, here he is with Slug in his Dino mode. As you can see, yeah, so small comparison there. So overall, this is a really good figure. I would recommend this for the character. I mean, it's Crosshairs. He's going to be one of the main heroes in this movie, as well as he's a new character. Sorry about that, my camera ran out of battery. So what I was saying was that you're going to be buying this for the character. Crosshairs is going to be the main character in the next movie, which is why you're going to want to buy it. And he's not like Bumblebee where you have 1,000 of them, He is a character that this is his first toy, probably his only toy until the next movie, if he lives, if there is a next movie that contains him, all the stuff like that. So overall, I would highly recommend this. A good car mode, good robot, solid figure with a really neat aspect, with the fact that it has like the kind of cape thing going, which I think is really neat and unique. So definitely worth it. I would definitely recommend this guy. If you could care less about the figure and you just want an interesting Transformer, there's probably some better ones to get. I mean, I like Scorn a bit better as a toy, but when you consider the toy and the character, this is definitely one to get. So yeah, so overall, really nice figure, and very happy to have him. So there you go. So that's my review of the Transformers Age of Extinction Crosshairs figure. Thanks so much for watching.